YouTube. My name is Jack, and there is snow on the ground. I had a friend over yesterday, and we were sitting in the backyard and talking about how nice the weather was, and it feels like spring is on the way, but winter was never really here. And then I woke up this morning and everything was white. So, glad winter finally decided to show up. A little frustrated that it showed up in March, but whatever, climate change is gonna kill us all. Anyways, uh, good morning, YouTube. I just wanted to shoot off a quick video today about pagan festivals. This past weekend was Witchfest in Austin, and a lot of friends of mine, including some like authors and speakers, but also just people who were attending, ended up down at Witchfest Austin. And I felt left out because here I am in New Jersey, where it has recently decided to snow. And then same thing a couple of weeks ago was Convocation in Michigan, and I have a lot of friends out in Michigan who were messaging me and oh, are you going to be there? Da, da, da. And the answer was no. I really don't go to pagan festivals, and it's not because I don't want to. Right? I think pagan festivals are a really wonderful thing. I think they do an incredible amount of work for building community, bringing people together, advancing sort of intercommunication between people with different paths in paganism. In a way, I think that pagan festivals probably do a lot more for the pagan community than books do, just because they put people in the same space with each other and put them in conversation in a way that if you're browsing the shelves at Barnes& Noble, you might not do, right? If you're at a festival and there's a workshop on, I don't know, some like heathenry, and you're not a heathen, you might decide to go to the workshop anyway and kind of learn something new. Whereas if you're just browsing for books, you might be a little more narrowly focused on the things that look like they're directly relevant to your practice. Which is not to say that we shouldn't be reading books about a variety of topics, but I think just kind of de facto, people don't as much. But I don't really go to pagan festivals, and there are two big reasons for that. One is time, and the other one is money. Um, Going to festivals is expensive. I have to take time off work. I have to buy a plane ticket. I have to buy a ticket to the festival. And some festivals will comp tickets, like if you're a presenter. But even so, usually they're not paying presenters. And it's just a lot of money out of pocket to book a hotel, book a plane ticket, fly across the country, take time away from my actual job that makes me money. And right now I'm in a place in my life where I can't afford that. I would love for that to change sometime 5-10 years in the future, but right now I just don't have it. And I'm a reasonably comfortable person. I'm not in danger of losing the roof over my head. I am able to save up money and go on vacation from time to time. But when I do that, I kind of want to be going on vacation and not going to a festival where I'm presenting something to promote my books to like that's work of another kind. And the community building work is important. It's very good work. But like, I'm going to Berlin for spring break this year. I saved up my money this year. I'm going to Berlin. I've never been. And I'm really excited about that. And I want to go to Berlin rather than taking the money that I spent on that plane ticket and spending it on a ticket to Austin instead. So, it's just, I don't know, it's exciting to see these festivals and all of the friends I have who go, who have such a wonderful time. I wish I could make it happen, but right now, my financial priorities are structured in such a way that going to festivals just really isn't on the table for me. Then the other, I guess there's a third reason that I don't often end up at festivals. And that's just that I have sort of a concentric rings model of what my pagan community is. So the fundamental unit of community in the Gardnerian tradition of Wicca is the coven. Right? Your coven are the people that you're interacting with the most frequently. They're the people that you know the best. They're the people, hopefully, that you like the best. And that's where you spend most of your time and energy as far as community goes. So I see my coven very frequently, right? At least once a month, we're meeting up and doing the thing. And then sort of moving out from that, the next unit of community, the next concentric circle, is going to be other covens, other initiates in my area, and then sort of other initiates in my community more broadly. So if I'm going to take a little bit of time, sort of extra time outside of what I'm doing with my coven, to go spend on my pagan community, my next priority is going to be going and guesting at a ritual with another coven, or going to an event that's for the Gardnerian community in the US. And it's only sort of once we've gotten past those rings that we extend out into the broader pagan community. And that's not to say that the pagan community doesn't matter to me, because it absolutely does. And I have learned so much that has influenced my own path from interacting with people who are outside of my own tradition. But just in terms of like who you're closest to, I'm closest to my own coven. I'm closest to the people in my own tradition. And if I'm going to make time to go to a place to do a thing for, pagan community building, those end up being my priorities. And then if I have more time and energy left over after that, then I start to think about the broader community. But it's neither here nor there. I really don't mean to say that like the larger pagan community is unimportant, because it's so important. But you start at home and then you work your way outwards. So I don't know, like, not that anyone was demanding an explanation from me for why I don't go to pagan festivals, right? It's not like anyone's been calling me and been like, well, like, you're a bad witch because you weren't at Witch Fest Austin. Nothing like that has happened. I just feel sad and lonely and left out because a lot of people I know have been going to some of these festivals recently, and they have been having a fabulous time, and I envy them. But right now, the way that my sort of financial priorities and my community priorities are structured, I just don't have the energy for it. And I think sometimes, we think of going to festivals as almost an obligation, especially for people who are sort of authors or presenting themselves as authorities or teachers in any way. We sort of think of that as an obligation that people have to the community. And I think that work toward the community is really good work, and I'm glad that it gets done. But I have other work that I'm doing right now, both literal, like, work that pays my bills and work at a smaller scale with my own community, that just currently where I am in my life is taking precedence. So anyways, short video today, at least short for me. I hope you're all having a good day. I'm going to go frolic in the snow and then go to work. Bye.